painted Chevrolet. Top of your screen, right corner. Here he comes.
Just ran out of racetrack there at that turn 2, which is the worst.
If we get a caution from 0 to 15 laps into a run, teams are talking about the 2-tire scenario, but they've got to be very careful.
Trouble.
Oh, trouble.
Back straight away. One car sliding toward the wall and stops short.
Boris said the 60 car had to race his way in.
Nothing. In the grass in the back straightaway. You all right, Boris?
Caution will wave.
First caution of the day, and it looked to be as if it could have been a single car incident. The veteran road racing champion is going to run half a dozen or
come down out of the banking.
Watch the number 60, bottom of your screen.
On the bottom. Wow.
It just looked like that car had that 4-wheel drift up off the corner onto the backstretch.
It's almost what happened to Michael in the qualifying race when he got into Dale Jr. That thing just took off, baby. Bam, just like that.
First caution of the day in Daytona. There is one, David Gilliland, and way up there is the other, the 55 of Michael Waltrip. Or Boris said, excuse me, Boris said in the 60.
Boris's car right here just takes it. I mean, it just never turns. It's like the front wheels are off the ground, and he just slams into the side of Rudeman in the Domino's Burger King car.
And Darrell, you said Michael was closing fast.
He was closing so
cars.
fast. I'm not so sure they didn't have to lift or something there to. I tell you, you know, they've done a lot of. Look at the rear wheels come off the ground. They've done a lot of things to these racetracks, but paving that back straightaway like that. That's one of the best things they ever did. Otherwise, he'd be flipping by now.
Especially if you go get on grass like he is now. But fortunately, the speed of the car is slow enough. It's not a big deal.
He's tight. They feel lucky, though, because Dale Earnhardt Jr. says that a part of the metal has hit his race car. He has asked his team to take a good look at it, as well as his spotter, Steve Meal.
Kyle Petty, debris came off Kyle's car when he had a tire problem. Tony ran over some of it. And then this.
That's serious right there. That's that right front fender that he had problems with in the qualifying race. And the butt shootout, I'm sorry, that he had to get fixed before he could run very well.
And it also blocked Tony Stewart in a 20 car. He almost was involved in that, but they were heads up enough to stop. And that's whose shoulders I put this whole thing on. That driver can't make that call buckled in that race car. It has to be on the shoulders of the crew.
This will take your breath like it took mine.
This is scary right here. That is.
He had quite a bit of help, it looked like.
I guarantee you. Got Strammy.
Uh-oh. There goes Tony. Oh, my goodness.
Crash in turn 4.
Man,
and there in the midst of it sits Tony Stewart and Kurt Busch, the 2 leaders.
I believe, I'm not sure, but I believe Tony got a little loose all at once.
Kurt Busch, the 2 will go straight to the garage, Jerry.
I'm worried about you. I ain't worried about that car.
That was Greg Zipadelli, Stewart's crew chief. And the strongest Chevy and the strongest Dodge in
the back of Tony or not. Let's wait till we get around here and see. Tony's car just Tony hit the apron. He got down on the apron. He got a little bit loose. Kurt was all over the back of him, and there he goes.
Tony's dropped the window net on his car. That's a signal to safety workers that he is okay. Watch the yellow line.
Yeah, watch the left front tire. Gets it on the apron just a little bit. You see the car wiggle, and he gets loose. He's got to probably lift out of the throttle a tad. And here comes Kurt. Cannot get off of him. They make contact.
And then once Tony gets sideways, nowhere for Kurt Busch and the 2 to go.
What a shame.
You're doing 185 miles an hour, Darrell. The car in front of you suddenly loses several miles an hour of momentum. Was there anything Kurt Busch could do to avoid Stewart?
No, you could see he was trying to get down. He was trying to get underneath Tony to get away from him. It wasn't possible. He did everything he could do.
And remember, they had fresh tires. This is a racetrack where you run wide open on the mat. Just listen.
Just that little, you hear the throttle, and that's all it takes.
Tony Stewart's 9th try to win the Daytona 500.
See the car wiggle ever so slightly. Tony, you heard the throttle on the other replay we had. Tony had to work the throttle, and Kurt's just closing at probably another 5 or 8 miles an hour.
Caution at the tail end of this field. There he is up in the top 5.
Yeah, he shuffled the Mark out, got a nose under him. Mark gave him some room, and there
Well,
they go.
there's Jimmy Johnson, the 48 car.
Hard
Here we go.
Tony Raines with him. Denny Hamlin.
That was inevitable. It had to happen. You can't be this late in the race, be bunched up like that, and not have trouble. Holy cow, did you see that shot? Snapped his head around. Thank goodness for those big headrests.
Caution is out for the 3rd time today.
Rudiman.
David Rudiman crashed.
There's several more back there.
And this all started somewhere back about the 15th place.
Start breaking down.
Jimmy Johnson, last year's winner and the series champion. Crashed.
He's okay. He's trying to get it cranked up and hopefully get it back to the pits. That's David. That's Rudiman there in the doubles.
66 in the middle. Nope, it's in front of him. It's
48 car just lost it.
Gosh. Right.
I mean, right in the middle of the straightaway.
I mean, it's almost like a tire went down or something, because a car, to make a move like that, either something broke, a tire went down, because a car doesn't move like that on the straightaway. 11 car going by there, Denny Hamlin. He got damage, as we saw. Oh, there he starts way back up in there. He gets loose coming off. That's got to be a flat tire. Man, he hit that outside wall a ton.
And just nowhere for all these guys to go. There you see, they just started stacking up on the inside.
And where Johnson hit the wall was after where the safer barrier in turn 2 ends. So he hit the concrete and bounced right out into traffic. Let's ride with Jimmy.
Right in the middle of it.
Oh,
Nowhere for these guys to go.
that makes.
Excuse me, that's David Rudiman. Here's David Rudiman.
Go.
Wish I could.
First replay was from Tony Raines' car. Now let's ride in the low Chevy.
No, I don't think a tire went down. I never heard anything. I think he just got loose.
Crash, guys. We got big loose. Got up the wall. You all right, Jimmy?
Leaders on pit road. Krista.
Matt Kenseth is in, and he has put the decision on Chip Bolin.
Here he is at the top of your screen as this unfolds from the Goodyear blimp.
Car's been pushing all day. I think they just freed it up too much is what happened. He just gets bad loose right there. He tries to keep up with it. Try not to lose any positions. Try not to get out of it, but drives it right in the wall, and then here comes the field. I think you can probably hear him pedaling it if we can get some sound.
Two right side tires because he only had about 12 laps on those last tires.
Oh.
Jamie McMurray gets in the back of one of Mike Wallace's crew exiting pit road.
Goodness.
We'll update that story when we come back. 100 in high definition on Fox. Fourth caution of the day in the Daytona 500. Check that, 5th caution of the afternoon. Our computer scoring a little latent there. And from high above.
It's what you call a wad right there. They get all wadded up, and the 25 and the 99, and 99 gets in the fence. 26 was involved. Jamie McMurray in the 26, Carl Edwards in the 99. See Joe Nemechek in the 13, bumps into Carl, but in the meantime,
this was not quite what brought out the caution. Watch the yellow cat car.
He gets forced into the pit lane. Here's what I don't think he realizes. He's got a flat right front tire.
150 miles an hour. Blaney is trying to scrub off speed.
And just nowhere for Ken Schrader, the 21 car, to go.
Or Boyer in the 07 car. I don't think he realized he had a flat tire, and when he got to the end of pit road, he couldn't turn.
Came right out in front of Ken Schrader. Clint Boyer also damaged, and Schrader's Little Debbie's car is a wreck. Remember, Schrader and Buddy Baker were the two drivers to win on Sunday and then on Thursday and have a shot to win the 500. Schrader will drive most of this season. Tough way to start. Look at this great camera work, folks.
Yeah. Jamie McMurray forces Casey Mears in the 25 into Carl Edwards outside there on the 99. They get in the wall, really kind of tore up some cars, but no real damage done until the 22 gets forced on the pit road.
Yeah, Mike Wallace got into the 22 Blaney, who took evasive action.
Come on, come on. Stay in there.
Riding
Come
Clint
on.
Boyer.
Come on. Come on. Back off there, Rick.
Our DirecTV cam giving you those pictures from Clint Boyer's car.
Darrell, I'm like
Silver car, tire smoke from the 17. Nobody's going to lift now. There's just 4.5 laps to go in the Daytona 500.
What do you think? Oh, there's a car in trouble.
Jamie McMurray, the 26 car, bounces off the outside wall.
And around they go.
Ricky Rudd, the 88 car. Caution will be out.
Dale Earnhardt Jr.
And remember, when the caution comes out, at the moment of caution, the field is frozen.
What do we got? 5 laps to go, before to go this time. It looks like we may get a green-white checkered here.
McMurray is done. Rudd and Earnhardt trying to make it back to the pits.
Boy, Junior's car is crunched.
We will have Stock Car Racing's version of overtime. This race is scheduled for 200 laps. Watch the right side of your screen. McMurray up high.
I think he may have got a little shove from behind. I'm not sure. It looked like that's Kenseth in the 17.
And they just started stacking up from there.
Yeah, the 88 car looked like Rudd just kind of ran in the back of the 26 of McMurray, and boy, from there on, it was on.
I think Rudd had a car to the outside, Darrell. Probably not much he could do.
Probably couldn't.
The Goodyear blimp will probably show us our best angle of how this unfolded. Now watch McMurray on the left of your screen in the high groove, the purple car.
I'm pretty sure that Kenseth's got in the back of him. Looked like maybe Jamie may have had to lift out of the throttle just a little bit. And here comes the rest of these guys. Like I said, we're coming to the end of the race. You don't lift now.
And Darrell, Ricky Rudd could not swerve to the right because Earnhardt was there. And they just all stacked up.
Tight racing quarters. Tight. Yeah, you see McMurray get around there with Matt Kenseth right behind him. Jamie in the 26. Smoke, and you can't really see a lot with the smoke. Car starts swerving. Oh, Rudd got hit from behind. It looked like maybe Dale Jr. lifted him up.
Even though McMurray straightens out, suddenly he's 20 miles an hour slower than everybody else. And here they come.
All you can do is drive and hope that a hole opens up. There's no stopping. You drive it to the bitter end.
There's nothing a spotter can do for you there.
No, you just got to drive through it.
Ricky Rudd's view.
Now let's the hit he gets from behind. And in an incident like that, you can't get your hand up. You can't signal. You say, hey, I'm slowing down. You don't have time to slow down.
And Ricky Rudd's 29th try to win the 500 is over.
And that's just how fast it happens right there. You got a car down on the inside, the 40 car. Strimmy, he's down there spoken. You got the 26 in the wall. Here comes 17.
Wow,
it just all started stacking up.
He did.
You know, Jamie McMurray had a car probably good enough to win this race a year ago and almost had the very same thing happen in the exact spot a year ago.
It's just a real nightmare as a car owner and a driver to run all day long.
Checkered flag will end the race. However, after that green flag waves, if there is another caution, the race is over. If they complete the 2 laps, it's over. Martin, Busch, Biffle, Gilliland, Sadler, green flag.
I don't believe he can wait very long, Larry. I believe if you're going to make the move, you got to make it quick. I don't think he can wait too long. If they're going to get him, they need to jump to the outside right away.
Watch your bottom there.
You know he's not going to give up the bottom, so you got to go to the outside.
Still.
And look at the outside line. Jeff
He's
Gordon in
laid
that
back about
24
half.
car with his teammate Casey Mears, but Casey leaves him out there.
Now, one back. All single file behind you. He's coming hard, about half back now.
Now, when these guys on the outside, when they get side by side with these other cars, they're done. We're coming to the white flag.
It's up to the 5 of Kyle Busch. How long can he wait if he's going to go?
Still single file.
White flag, 1 lap to go.
Coming to the white, man. Coming to the white. Single file behind you. 5,
Front
16,
four,
38.
single file.
Here they go. They got to go. They got to get Mark moved. They got to move him somehow.
He gets back to that yellow line right around the bottom, all the way through turn 1 and 2.
Mark Martin is driving the race of his life. And there's nobody that's better at holding people off at Daytona.
And Kyle Busch lagged back a little bit. Is he going to get help? Is he going to come? He's
Still about
looking.
half back behind you.
He almost squeezed Harvick into the wall, and here comes Harvick, the 29, with Matt
outside.
Kenseth.
Oh, Mark got loose. Mark got loose.
And Harvick's getting a run off turn 4. It's going to be a drag race all the way back to the start-finish line. No caution. They're side by side, right to the line.
Big crash. Here they come. Checkered flag. Harvick. Kevin Harvick wins the Daytona 500.
We got one car on his roof coming across the start-finish line.
Still wrecking. They're wrecking everywhere. Boyer's on fire. Jeff Gordon's wrecked.
And they are still wrecking.
Montoya, Stremme, Kenseth, Biffle, Marlin, Carl Edwards, Casey Mears all crashed on the final lap. Have you ever?
Well, a couple of times.
I'm going to repeat what I heard a few years ago. No, I have never.
I got so excited I broke the damn mirror in half.
Jeff Gordon's day ends about like his teammates.
Clint Bowyer came across the start-finish line on his roof.
I've seen fire and I've seen inside. Mark was not going to give up the inside. What happens back here is Kyle Busch gets on the apron ever so slightly, gets into the 17, and it's on from there. Look at the 38 car up on top of somebody. There's a car turning over.
And look at this finish.
And it's a drag race to the line, and we've seen Harvick do that before.
Yes, we have. You could see Harvick trying to pinch him down to keep that momentum on him.
A little side draft. Get a little side draft and try to pull ahead.
Now, unofficially, Jeff Burton with David Reagan in the 6.
Unbelievable. Kevin Harvick was doing donuts in the grass, and he may have toasted the number 29.
I think he broke another transmission.
Congratulations. It'll come in here from the right in the bottom lane. Clint Bowyer gets slid sideways. Whammo.
And he'll cross the start-finish line unofficially upside down in the 18th position.
On fire. I mean, that's Joey Chitwood couldn't do that.
Bowyer making a hasty exit through a small window opening. That's one of the things that's going to be addressed by the car of tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm just glad he's landed back on his wheels with that fire, because he didn't want to be trapped down in there. NASCAR does such a great job. Goodness. That's terrifying.
Sterling Marlin, the 14 car, was spinning down pit road, actually hit the pit wall.
Until now, 1976 and 79 were the wildest Daytona 500 finishes ever. New one for the record books.